Welcome. It's Gannicus again. I'd like to say welcome back to my podcast. Alright, it's Tuesday. Just like I promised, folks. Very special guest today. Haven't seen him since, graduated from ITT. My good buddy, D Gaming Marcus.
What's up, y'all? I'm here on his podcast, just like I said I was going to be on Tuesday. And I'm wondering what we are going to talk about and invigorate ourselves in.
Well, lots of stuff, D. Lots of stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's get started.
Let's do it. All right. First things first, a very controversial issue people keep talking about. Some get offended by the notion, some think it's utter bullshit, and then you got believers like myself. So what do you think? Do you think there are parallel universes? Different universes to where it appeals to like how our choices are? Or what if scenarios?
Well, from my point of view, I say yes. I believe that there is multiple universes out there with multiple things that can happen. So each in different ways, like an example is, let's say this podcast, for instance. I can actually I won't be doing it today. Today, I won't be doing the podcast, and William be doing something else. Gannicus will be doing something else on his time on Tuesday instead of doing this podcast. It's actually really amazing to think about that you have these multiple worlds where you can be different stuff, and you are a different person there, or you're not even a person, you're probably a god or a being or a superhero or some porn star out there. You're doing it fun. You're doing just fine with your life.
And your porn star name could be Big Dick Dudley, too.
Yes, it could. So it's really awesome that you can be able to think about this type of things and stuff. So what you got on this? Do you think about any of this stuff, Will?
Oh yeah, all the time. I think about how for instance, we just went to the gas station to get us some shit. I think about there's probably a universe where me and you didn't even go to the gas station, and we're just sitting down thinking about what we want to eat.
Just sitting down thinking about we should just go out to eat somewhere and get some food then.
Yep, and then there's like I said, the thing that interests me most about this whole thing. There's only two things in this world that I believe what could cause a parallel universe, or there is one. One is religion, for all those are Christians and Catholics and stuff. Even in the Bible it says the Lord will make us a whole new earth for all of the people that are in heaven. As a reward, basically, for their good deeds and everything. And then there's another version where they talk about, in science, where they talk about a black hole. And they don't know where it goes, so it could be a wormhole to a different universe.
And the add-on to that, for the black hole theory, I actually heard a theory. I read an article, and I've watched some stuff about it. They talked about it in 2015, last year, that the theory was that black holes are, in fact, parallel universes, where they have a universe inside. Because black holes were in the universe before the Big Bang even happened, and these black holes might have an entire universe inside of them, because once they get sucked in, nothing comes back from getting sucked in, because time skews and everything else gets fucked up getting sucked into a black hole. Everything just becomes all whack. But the thing is that the theory was that there's an entire universe in there, so it might be a parallel universe within this black hole, because this black hole is so massive or big for how big the universe is for that universe it maybe has. There is a supermassive black hole in the center of our galaxy, meaning it might hold a supermassive galaxy within that black hole, probably, and everything else. So this is why I say this is a really awesome topic that I love talking about, because it goes on with parallel stuff, religion, and all that stuff, but it's mostly the idea that there's more than one certain tangents to go off of. Oh yeah, there's this awesome TV series that if any of you guys want to check it out or learn anything about it, it's called Sliders. And let me tell you, they do this guy, his name's Quinn Mallory, he's the main character, the very first episode, and he accidentally stumbles across makes a parallel device. And with this device, he's able to tag into different parallel worlds. So, but he doesn't know what that parallel world will look like. He does not have any idea. He opens the door, he jumps through, he don't know where he's going to be or land or what's going to fucking happen to him. That is the downside. And then the other downside is he made a timer on his controller. I don't know why, but you find out in the series that the timer is used to allow him to go back home. So he made the control, he used it for the first time, he goes through, he has to wait a time limit, and then once the time limit's up, the portal opens back up and he can go back to his home parallel world. But if you do not go within that time limit, you're screwed for the rest of your life. So what do you think about that?
I gotta say, it blows my fucking mind. You know, kind of reminds me of the whole thing of the multiverse episode of Family Guy.
Oh yeah,
where Stewie had that controller, and that controller's the only way he could get home or to any other universe. You know, and yeah, it's just the whole thing interests me. And like you were talking about, there's black holes before the universe was created, so there could be a good chance after that huge-ass Big Bang, there could be a chance where some galaxies were actually sucked up into one of those black holes. And those galaxies maybe produced another Earth, or another planet similar to Earth that allowed life to grow, or evolve, or those people evolution.
Maybe have better technology than us. Way better technology than us, because I would love to go there and live there for the rest of my days. But I can actually, because with that idea, it's still pretty cool that it has that and it happens. And if it does, and if it's real and it does happen, I would like to stumble across, or someone makes it, or I make it, or one of us probably did make it and travel to these parallel worlds, because that would be awesome to be able. Because have you ever imagined, like, you go, you're with there's this girl you like or this guy you wanted to be with, and you just can't be with them, but in this parallel world, you guys are actually together. Mm-hmm. And everything happens, but in that other parallel world, she could be crazy. She could be super crazy too. She could be somebody crazy, or she could be super nice, super kind, super sweet, or anything. So, or the guy can be super kind or super strong, and then it's just that way of thinking that makes life worth living, I think, and which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would love to go to one of these parallel universes somehow to see if maybe, I don't know, I'm a big-ass serial killer that people have been hunting for like 20 years, and I'm like so smart I'm taunting the detectives and cops, you know, and they're not able to catch me. Or like maybe one of those universes, the next victim they find is me. Like, I'm the guy that got disemboweled and head chopped off, and now my head's a trophy with a stupid face like, You just never know with these like universes. Or maybe there's a universe where like the whole Civil War didn't happen and everyone's all hunky-dory and just perfectly fine with each other.
Or the world where Hitler wins the war, so we all become there is an episode of that in Sliders where Hitler wins the war, and we don't, and it goes off weird and everything else, but it's actually pretty cool and stuff. And
like so, in Wolfenstein, new 3D game for the PS4, in that world, Hitler and the Germans won World War II.
So, and
there's resistance fighters because they don't want to be German.
Nobody wants to be German. Nobody wants to be mad killers and killing everything else that's out there. Unless you do want to be a mad killer in a parallel universe, because then you are one and you're killing everything out there.
And you could be smart, or you could be really stupid. Who knows?
Or I could be that detective that is hunting William down for those murders, and we're going back at it. It'd be really awesome and fun, probably, in that parallel world.
Yes, me taunting DeMarcus, and DeMarcus getting pissed off, but he somehow finds me. You just never know.
Yeah,
That's the beauty part about these parallel universes. Or there could be a universe where I'm a big ass porn star and he's a fucking millionaire.
Yeah. And then one day we meet up and I give him I wanted to make a porn movie then.
Yep, and the porn movie could be called "You Better Shut Your Mouth or I'm Gonna Fuck You." You never know.
Great title, by the way. Great title, by the way.
So you just know, that's why this parallel thing is so interesting. You just never know what those parallel universes can hold.
Oh, one more thing. There is a game I wanted to buy and I wanted to play with some friends. So I'm going to be asking you, William, if I ever buy this game, you should come play it with me. It is called, it's I don't remember the name. It came out for the PS4. You play with 7 different kids and you make all their choices, and each choices actually shows what goes wrong with those choices. It's called The Last, what is it? I don't remember the name. I have to remember the name and I'd be able to tell you. I have to look it up online to find it. I remember what it is. So I go to this site called Markiplier. Markiplier, because I know he did a thing on it, so it makes it easier for me to find this name of this video. Do you ever go to Markiplier's stuff? His stuff is actually really awesome. He does nothing but scary movies, scary games, and stuff like that, and videos. He should have a name or playlist.
Tell you what, that Five Nights at Freddy's, that game was scary as shit.
Five Nights at Freddy's? I didn't think it was that scary. I watched all his videos for it. It wasn't that scary for Five Nights at Freddy's. And I don't remember. Well, I can't remember the name of the game right now, so I'm actually really sorry if anybody wanted to know what it was. But
it just pertains to the whole idea of like each of those choices are different and it leads to a different outcome, which in turn leads back to the whole thing of like there's many universes. Well, it's like a universe of where like each choice we did not make ends up being in that area.
I found the name for it. It's called Until Dawn for the PS4. You get to play with 7 different school kids, and they all go to a mountain and go have some fun, but you get to choose their choices, and each choice reflects on what you do. So if you pick the wrong choice, you can end up dead, or you can get all of them surviving. And at the end of the game, that is the beauty of this game. You can get them all to survive, or you can get them all dead. It's all about choice, and that's the thing that it comes back to. It's the parallel world theory. So, like within this game, the parallel worlds will exist with Until Dawn because it's in that universe of that game where those choices are being made to change the life of those characters that are within it. So, what do you think about that?
Like I said, just blows my mind thinking about that. Man, it's just so awesome. Thinking like each choice could be a different universe.
So, would you play that game with me, William? Would you?
I sure would. You know,
right.
Because I mean, like I said, there could be a universe where I actually stayed with my annoying ex instead of going with my new girl now. You just never know. Never know. So on that point, folks, just leave in the comments. What do you think? You think the whole parallel verse is a total, utter bullshit? Do you believe in it? And why do you believe in it? And on that note, we'll go to subject number 2, which I believe D Gaiman has that he wants to talk about.
Certain games you're looking forward to this year. What type of games are you looking forward to this year, man?
I tell you what, Uncharted 4 is at the top of the list.
Uncharted 4, I heard of it. I heard good things about it. I've been trying to look into it, but I know they have a demo. If you buy the Uncharted collection, it comes with a demo, I think, for Uncharted 4. That is an awesome game title. For me, I'm looking forward to one of the. I'm not going to consider it the best, but it's up there on my list for like number 2 game on my list that I really want to play badly is No Man's Sky. That's the one I'm looking forward to this year.
Another one I'm looking forward to this year also is called Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn, I have not heard about it. Can you tell me some stuff about it?
It's about talk about how you play the protagonist who's like a Indian girl, I guess, and I guess technology somehow like I can't remember what it did, but somehow technology just like sucked up to each other to where like it created these. Oh, it's called Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, that game! I wanted to look into that game because that game looks really awesome, dude.
My bad. Horizon Zero Dawn. It basically looked like technology just kind of evolved hugely into these like big ass mechs, like a big ass mech T-Rex that you fucking fight. You know, it looks awesome. The protagonist is kind of hot, and you know, I would love to play it. I would love to play it, check it out, see what fun shit we can come up with. Like, take them down. It looks a lot of fun. Just definitely looking forward to it.
The next game that I'm looking forward to, this will be probably number 1 on my list, is Dark Souls 3. I'm looking very forward to this game because it's all about... It takes you back to the Dark Souls storyline, but you're in a whole different part of the game that's a little bit further on, and it's talking more about the souls of the Lords of Fire and stuff like that in the game, and it's really awesome because it's going to be really hard and super challenging at the same time. So I'm really looking forward to this game. Do you have any more other games you're looking forward to this year, man?
Doom
3, isn't it? Or Doom 4? Is it Doom 4? I think it's Doom 4.
I think so too.
Now,
yeah. Doom I'm looking forward to. That game looks just fucking bank, man. Looks like so much fun. I can't wait to play that. That's definitely on my top list as well. But for the most part, it's Uncharted 4, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Doom 4 are the top 3 I'm looking forward to playing this year.
My top 3, Dark Souls 3 is number 1, No Man's Sky is number 2, number 3, I do not have one yet. That's the funny thing about it. I don't have one yet until I find that lucky game that's going to takes a part of my heart. I'm going to find it sooner or later. But if you ever want to know any information about No Man's Sky, just ask me and I'll tell you.
Speaking of, what is No Man's Sky? Is that PC? PS4?
Well, let me just say, it's going to be the biggest game out there. It's the biggest of any video game ever made. And I'm going to say, you better get it, William. You better get it for the PS4 with Project Morpheus when it comes out this year. Because it comes out with Project Morpheus, the virtual reality headset. And you get to play, you be this character. How the game works is this. You're on a planet. Okay, you're on a planet. You start off on a random planet in this huge 18 quintillion planet galaxy. There's 18 quintillion planets, and they have planet-sized planets with them. And you start on the farthest reaches of the galaxy in this game, and your journey is to get to the center of the galaxy. That is your journey, and as you're playing this game, you start off as a guy. You don't even know what you look like. You don't know if you're a man, woman, any of that. You're just there. And you're trying to get there. You get to explore these giant, massive... It's like normal sized planets you walk around and you get to explore and everything else. You could be a pirate, you could be a trader, you could be an explorer, you can be anything you want to be in the game that I think they should have, but they didn't go off too much because they didn't want to spoil it for everybody. But it also works for Project Morpheus, where you put on the headset. When you move the head of the when you move your head, it moves the head of the character in the game. So you actually feel like you're immersed in this galaxy-like world, and it's going to be awesome. That's what No Man's Sky is. It's a giant space game where it is fucking amazing, man. I want this game to be out. It comes out in June. Yeah, June of this year. I can't wait.
I think I remember seeing gameplay on that too. A lot of crazy shit are they doing with these new gens.
These next-gen games, man, they're becoming better and better. I'm surprised they don't got something that is super challenging, super hard, and super easy all at once in one video game. They probably do. Probably some low-res game, but, I mean, with the graphics as good as the Unreal Engine 4, you would love to see that. Dude, you gotta look that up, too. The Unreal Engine 4... guy made Goku in that, and it's amazing, man. It looks like an actual. The models look 10 times better than any other model I ever seen in Dragon Ball Z. Blow your mind, man.
That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Games that blow my fucking mind. Make me have a boner as I play the game. Exactly. That's the kind of games we're looking for.
So. But that's all I have for the thing that I wanted to ask. I might ask one more thing. What do you think is better, PS4 or Xbox One, Will? What is your choice on that?
PlayStation, hands down. I've been getting PlayStation since I played the PlayStation 1. And I played Bloody Roar.
Oh, Bloody Roar was a fun
Ever
game.
since then, that's all I played was a PlayStation. Then PlayStation 2 came out. And one of my favorite games to play on PlayStation 2 was SmackDown Shut Your Mouth.
Ooh,
I don't know if you play any wrestling games, but that game was the best wrestling game I ever played.
I do have a wrestling game called WWE SmackDown for the Dreamcast. I still have that game.
That was for the PlayStation 1 too.
I have that game. I actually have it. And it's actually a really fun game for some odd reason. It's really, really fun.
Yeah, Shut Your Mouth was the best. It was so much fun. You could throw somebody in a little crate or container, and you slam the container on the top of their head. You can throw them into cars, and the cars will explode, and they fly halfway across the parking lot.
They should be dead, man. Those characters should be dead.
But it was all fun.
But what about the Xbox, man? Don't you like Microsoft and what they're doing with the Xbox One?
No, I don't like the whole fact that they have a camera that's supposed to be on the whole time, and the whole fact that you very much have to be connected to the internet just to play games.
I don't like that fact either, because it's kind of bogus. Because what if I don't have the internet and I want to play a game? I gotta stay connected, which is kind of retarded, just to play that game that I want to play. It sucks.
I know, it makes no sense. And also, I'm not comfortable with the fact that they have, the camera on basically all the time. What if I'm fucking my bitch on the couch? Do I really want them seeing me do that?
I think so.
No.
I think they do. They want to watch that live excitement of him banging his girl.
I don't think so. I ain't doing that shit. No. They're not allowed. Nope. So, I'm still with PlayStation. Been with PlayStation. Really, the only fun Xbox games I played was Time Splitters 2, but that also came out for the PS2. And believe it or not, Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
Yeah, that's an actually good game.
That game was a lot of fun. Not only because of the titties, but it was actually a lot of fun. The volleyball portion, actually playing volleyball games, was a lot of fun. And here's something I learned. If you lose 3 times in a row, your partner will leave you. And you have to find another partner to play the games.
I did not know that. Well,
depending, if you keep winning games, the longer you can stay on the island. I kept losing basically every game I did, and I was on the island for 3 days. Then I actually started winning a lot of games. I was on the island for 7 days. So it's the more games you win, it's the longer the island, the longer you get to play the game, and the longer you stay on the island.
See, I didn't even know about that. So they're actually changing a lot of stuff for that game. I heard that they banned the latest one, Dead or Alive Extreme 5. They banned it in certain countries. Yeah, so they can't even play it.
About the fighting game or the volleyball?
The fighting one. They banned it in certain, I think, Australia and some other places.
Which I'm surprised is Australia only banned Mortal Kombat because of the whole violent content. Why would they ban Dead or Alive 5?
Sexual content. That's why. Sexual content.
But
Because it's all women, their titties are hanging out, they're showing their booties and stuff, but it shows a lot of flesh of the female body bouncing around, getting beat up by another female. That's it.
It's fucking Team Ninja. What do you expect?
But those type of fighting games are really exciting. They're still fun. They still have tournaments for them, and people could still have fun with the Dead or Alive series. It's really awesome. It's just that the government is kind of crazy for them for restricting their stuff on what.
That's another reason why I want to live in Japan.
Yeah,
they
Japan?
don't give a fuck. That's why.
I know, because they film porn on TV. They just gotta censor it out. That's it.
Pretty much, and it's good to go, you know? Then, like, you know, so... But yeah, I definitely recommend Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. Not just because of titties and the hot bitches. It's actually a fun game when you play the gameplay. Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball 2 was a little more challenging than the first one. But it's still a lot of fun.
So,
and you can fucking jet ski. How epic is that shit?
Epic jet ski. That sounds like fun. See, I like the PS4 more than the Xbox One. So, I was going to buy me an Xbox One because console wars, you always got to choose between which console you want. Unless you be like me, where you can own all the consoles. The PS4 and Xbox One or Wii U. Wii U's the... okay, I'm going to bash it once. It's a shitty console. It is a shitty console. That's the Wii U is, but it has a few good games that actually make this thing stand out, but not as well. It needs something else to make this system stand out a lot more.
Speaking of, don't mean to interrupt you, but speaking of the Wii U and everything, I'm just going to say this once, and Nintendo, I hope you're fucking listening. If you're going to make another Bayonetta game, you better make it for the PS4 also, you bitches. You know how pissed off I was when I found out Bayonetta 2 was only for the Wii? Yeah, Nintendo, learn your shit. Post it on a PS4, fuckers.
Yeah, Bayonetta 2 is a console only for the Wii U. I own a Wii U, so I can play it.
Yeah, well, you're going to see it, folks, but I'm flipping them off right now. Yeah, fuck you. The first Bayonetta game was awesome. And you know, just
with the time portals and everything she's able to do, summoning the giant beast with her special kill moves, it was awesome. And then all the sexy poses was even more awesome. But still,
yeah, I just loved her whole character. She had that flirtation, femme fatale kind of look to her. She was such an epic bitch. Oh, I loved Bayonetta. But so seriously, taking note, Bayonetta 3 better be fucking for the PS4 and shit if you guys decide to make it. I'm serious.
So, but for PS4, I love the PS4. It has, I could actually looked up a chart. It has comparative stats to the Xbox One. And the things is, the PS4 still has better overall stuff than the Xbox One actually does. For hardware. The actual hardware is better than the Xbox One hardware by, I say, about 10th or 15th margin of how much it is. But it's actually really good. I stick with PS4 because I've been playing PlayStation ever since I was a kid. And PlayStation, I've been playing Crash Bandicoot, all the Crash Bandicoot games, man, were awesome.
Spyro.
You know, Spyro the Dragon, that one was a good one. Even the crappy Dragon Ball Z games on the PlayStation were still good. They were fun and exciting, and that's what PlayStation has.
And believe it or not, I played Mort the Chicken the first PlayStation. Mort the Chicken. I played a fucking Madden NFL game for the PlayStation 1. And I beat this like European team 121-14. So yeah, it was.
But all in all, if you have to decide which console you stand for. Is it the PS4 or is it the Xbox One or is it the Wii system? It's your choice on what you like and what you like to play all or all. So you pick. So post in the comments below of this podcast which one you think is better, or do you like all three of them, or what do you say about that? So I don't have anything else to ask you anymore for this podcast. So do you have anything else, Will?
Yeah, actually. Going back to the whole gaming system thing, what's the very first gaming system you played?
The very first game system I ever played was a Nintendo and NES system. Back in the day, my family, we had a Nintendo. We only had 2 controllers at the time, but the games we played was this game called Ridge Racer. It was actually a really awesome racing game. Had the best music in a racing game so far compared to most music nowadays, but it was still it was good music for back in the days. And then it wasn't Mario. We did have Mario, and then we had the Legend of Zelda game. And then the next thing I played after that was the Sega Genesis. It was we also had a Sega Genesis. What made me else fall in love with the video game community was the Sega Genesis, because you played Sonic. It was mostly Sonic. Yeah, mostly all Sonic that I played until we got this scary game for the Sega, and it still kind of freaked me out today sometimes. It's called Hunting. It was called Hunting. It was an actual scary Sega game. We had one. It scared the shit out of us because of what you had to do. The mission of the game was, this is no joke. There's this family of people we follow. We follow a family of 5 people. They move into a house. Our job as the ghost is to scare the people out the house. We have to scare all 5 people out of the house so they can move away. That's what was our job. That was the game premise. And then they had a bonus level, like you go through and get some extra, you gotta use this green splurge. You put on stuff and it makes it like a scary animate object. And the levels get harder is when they start getting the dog. They get a dog, and the dog, since it has very sensing capabilities, it knows you're there and tries to scare the shit out of you by becoming this demon dog, like ghost thing, to stop you from scaring the people in the house out of the house so they can move. That was the premise of the game, and it was fun. Would you play that game, William?
No, actually, when we had the Sega Genesis, because this is how I remember, we had Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, N64, PlayStation 1, PS2, PS3, PS4. That's the exact lineup of the game system I played. Exact lineup, exact order. Yeah, so when I played the Sega Genesis, it was Sonic, then a shitty Indiana Jones game. Don't even get me started on that fucking game. And then it was a sweet Turtles in Time game. Me and my friend Kyle played that game like all the time. And we would not let anybody play the Sega until after we beat it. So yeah, that game was the shit. And then, yeah, like Sonic and shitty Indiana Jones, Turtles in Time, a sweet fucking Power Rangers game too we played. Oh yeah, so man, those were the games I remember the most when we played for the Sega.
The Sega games were awesome.
And a hockey game that
the NFL, the NHL hockey games for the Sega, they were awesome.
They were impossible to score. I could not score a fucking point. They were so impossible.
They were hard, but I know I have not beaten that whole game, but it was hard. It was fun though. It was hard and fun.
It was impossible to score a fucking goal in that game.
If you have brothers or sisters, play when you got that game. Playing against each other was fun. Just trying to win was hard.
Impossible. But the thing that pissed me off is that my oldest brother, somehow scored a goal, with his goalie. He shot the puck across the ice and made a fucking goal with his goalie.
There's how many people on that skating rink?
That pissed me off. I couldn't score his goal to save my life in that game. He just scores one with his fucking goalie across the damn ice rink.
That's what you call pure luck. Luck.
Yeah, so those were it.
Me was another game called NBA Jam.
The Jam, yeah.
NBA Jam. That came out for the Sega. That one was awesome because they got the nice, cool. It was the sound guy, the guy who made that game perfect. The guy who says he jams it in.
Exactly. The announcer was the shit, man.
He made that game what it is. Was just because of the announcer. Oh, he's going for the layup.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he's going for that layup. That was a good time. Yeah.
Oh, the game was awesome. Especially, there was this code where you put in this awesome code where you play as an alien, and this other and some kid on the basketball team together, and they just demolish everybody in the game because that's how strong they were.
Oh my god! Speaking of basketball game, I remember a basketball game I played for. I think it was a Super Nintendo. Was Looney Tunes basketball.
I played another Looney Tunes game, and it was really fun.
Yeah, Looney Tunes basketball. You can actually unlock Michael Jordan because it came out when Space Jam was coming out, so you can unlock Michael Jordan. And yeah, that game was awesome too.
Space Jam.
And I tell you what, if you really wanted to make a long range shot, you had to pick Elmer Fudd. He made those 100% of the time. My brother did Elmer Fudd's long range shot from across the court and made it every single fucking time.
Wow. I never even got a chance to play that game. That's one of the games I wanted to play.
It's awesome. Alrighty then. So, shall we go into our next subject, or was there anything else you wanted to add on that one?
What do you think about card games? Like actual, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh! Any of those? Have you played any of those before? Or?
I only played the Pokemon. Then me and my group in the Game Jam made a battle card game. That's the only time I really played a card game.
Okay, I see. So for me, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering. Those are the two card games I would say you can have fun really well with, besides Pokemon, unless you're a giant Pokemon fan who likes a kid who never grows up. But,
yeah, like as Dragon Ball Z fans, we actually grow up.
Yeah, actually grow up. But,
there's been a couple times where I did try to get my teacher Kamehameha wave, but he wasn't looking. Yeah, seriously. My teacher pissed me off when he turned his back. I went, ah! The Kamehameha wave motions and shot at him.
Oh, man. So, but, okay, how about this? What type of animes are you into, man? Tell me. Anime. Hit me.
Well, of course, my favorite anime of all time is Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Balls Z.
Every time I watch, I tell you what, seeing Goku turn Super Saiyan for the first time still gives me goosebumps to this day.
Because of all the screaming. Ah!
And that his like pissed off anger and shit just still gives me goosebumps to this day. Because that was one of the best moments ever in Dragon Ball Z history.
Have you heard that the voice actor for Dragon Ball GT, when he was doing the Super Saiyan 4 transformation, he actually passed out from all the screaming he was doing?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think it was Super Saiyan 3, wasn't it?
Super Saiyan 4.
Super Saiyan 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep, I saw a special on that. Yep.
So,
and he had to darken his voice some, so that almost made him pass out again because he had to darken his voice for it. And did you know that Sean Shamel is actually going to be at Indianapolis for the Indiana Comic Con?
I did not know that. And so is
Christopher Sabat.
I did not know that. I wanted to go to the Indiana Comic Con. Do you know what day it is?
It's April 29th through May 1st.
Do you know the cost?
It's $60 for all 3 days. It's $50 for 2 days, and I think it's $25 for a day.
Well, okay, if you got, if it's on the weekend you want to go, then I can go with you or whatever. I just gotta take the day. I just gotta take the days off for it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude! I'll take those days off. You want to get like a day pass, so we don't have to worry about a hotel?
Yeah, I'll probably get a day pass. It's only, well, actually, I know some people, but I don't know if they let me stay with them for a while. So, but I'll hit you
Honestly, I want
back.
to get a 2-day pass, because that'll give me enough time to meet.
Yeah, because I want to go for all 3 days. I would
Yeah.
love to go just for all 3.
Me too. Plus the hot model Jessica Negri, she's gonna be there.
Oh, I never heard of her, but
She does
I
some
would love-
amazing cosplay, dude.
oh man, I gotta show you this girl who does amazing cosplay.
Yeah, Jessica Negri does amazing cosplay. She's beautiful, and she's just dynamite.
So my favorite anime right now, I would have to say it is One Piece. One Piece. It's the second
favorite.
second longest anime series that is running to this date. It's the second longest, and it's #1 in Japan. #2 is Detective Conan, which is that is the first longest anime series is Detective Conan, or Case Closed. That's the American name for it. And then then the second longest one is One Piece, but the #1 is One Piece, and then Detective Conan. It kind of switches off right there, but One Piece, because I am. Did you watch the latest episode of One Piece?
I haven't watched this since episode 223.
Oh, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, since like they defeated the CP9, I haven't watched it since.
Once they defeated CP9, that was awesome, man.
Yeah,
that fight
was
with Lucy, that made me get back into the series because I kept
Luffy and Lucci.
It's Lucci. That's how it's.
I think they call him Lucci, didn't they?
No, they never call him Lucci.
Oh, then I must.
Lucci. Alcor, maybe he's right. I don't know whose name it is.
Well, yeah, like how that fight between him and Luffy was awesome.
But right now, I'm with the latest in this series. I'm up to 725. That's the episode I'm on for One Piece, and I have to say, it is awesome because he's fighting. I can't spoil it for you. No spoilers for this podcast, so I can't spoil it.
Okay, so my number 3 favorite, my number 3 anime that actually I liked a lot has to do with the horror genre. Has to do with the horror genre of anime.
Have you seen another?
It was called Gantz, I believe.
Gantz. Oh man, well, because he got his power from a heart on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know, but that super, but like the whole storyline premise of it is just awesome. The demons they have to keep off the street. They're basically like a secret death society or something that keeps demons and shit off the street.
And if they survive for all the days, they get a certain amount of money and get revived again for the second time.
Yep.
But if you do not, it's basically, yeah. The series is actually really good. I have the entire series downloaded on my computer, so if you want the episodes, I can give them to you. So.
And then another one, I would have to say, it has to do with the horror genre again. And it was, like, I don't remember the name of it, but I remember a specific part because it is fucked up. A girl, for her punishment, she had to remove her own fingernails.
I think I heard of that one.
It was fucked up, and like how the crazy looks they gave you just creeps you out. The whole thing is just, it's just a big mind fuck. Like, you watch as they slowly go into like mental shit, basically. It's like, oh, it's crazy.
That's why I was asking, have you seen another?
No.
You should watch it. It's a 12 anime horror genre. It's about a kid. He lives in this town that's out of nowhere, and there's this classroom that has misfortunes every year, and these misfortunes end up with the students dying. Almost all the students in that classroom gets killed pretty bad. I just gave you a spoiler, but the thing is that something's out of place, and if they don't find this out of place object, the misfortunes will always keep happening to these students all the time. It's pretty crazy. I'm going to spoil one part for it, is that there was this girl.
Hey, what'd you say? No spoilers in this podcast?
No spoilers, so
Can't spoil it. That's it.
That's it for that one.
They should make I think they should make, because my other favorite was High School of the Dead. Because I'm a big zombie fan, and that whole that whole episode was just awesome. And, like, I really think they should, like, fucking suck it up and make a season 2 and quit dicking around.
Have you started reading the books for it? Have you read the mangas? We should read the mangas. The mangas still go on for it, for High School of the Dead.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your favorite bitch on the High School of the Dead?
Samurai girl, I forget her name. The one with the samurai sword.
Me too.
Yep, she's my favorite.
Yeah,
she is my favorite. Because she's strong-willed. She has what it takes to take on things. She won't be a pussy about it and getting all up in your face and bitching and moaning because she knows that there's shit. The world's fucked up, and she knows it already. And she'd be a good choice to get with and do so many things with.
Yes, she would. Yes, she would. She's got the looks, the body. Oh. Too bad we can't. Too bad we didn't live in a parallel universe to where we can actually pull these bitches in our reality to have sex with for a whole day.
Oh man, that would be awesome. There's just so many anime characters I would choose, especially Hinata from Naruto. Oh man, sexy lady, sexy girl.
Rangiku from Bleach. She's another one I'd choose.
Yeah, she's a sexy one too. There is another one from especially Nami and Robin from One Piece.
Yeah. Especially the 500 episodes where they get their long hair.
Yeah, they do get some really cool. Their hair grows. They get new outfits and everything in the later episodes. So I say check them out whenever you get a chance, because I have episode 1 through 640 something episodes. I do have that many for the series.
All right, man. Well, like I say, thank you guys for tuning in. I think this is where we're going to mark it off.
And I want to say thank you guys for, and I'm thanking Will for allowing me to be on his podcast. And I will say this, so if you want me to ever be on your podcast again, just let me know. If you want to be in my YouTube videos, I'll let you be in one of my YouTube videos too, man. So check out my channel. I don't have a name for my channel. Just type in DeMarcus on YouTube, and you'll probably find me.
And like I said, mine's Gannicus 17. So definitely tell people about me. Get those likes going, get subscribers going, because I really want to work part-time with YouTube. And I think I have to have a certain amount of subscribers for that. So definitely help me out here. That'd be much appreciated. Then I can start trying to think of ways to help you guys out or give you guys like prizes or whatever. So yeah. Thanks again, D Gaming.
All right. Thank you, Will, for having me on your podcast, man.
And thank you guys again for tuning in to us. Have a great evening.
Good night.
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 Great evening.